Morning, YouTube. This morning we're going to go ahead and we're going to start taking apart this rear end. We'll take this back cover off. We'll replace the bushings, and then we'll go ahead and go into the rear, clean that out, and change the seals in it. All right, so let's take a look at that and see what we can do. Pipe thread? I don't know. Doesn't look like it's stripped, but I don't know if you can see the dark versus the light, but like three threads were showing on the outside of this tag, and I don't remember them never being flush. I don't know if that's going to end up being a problem or not going to be a problem. Was 3/8 Allen. Take that out. Either 1/2 inch or 13. I used 1/2 inch because it fit tight. But I couldn't use 9/16 on the nuts. They were 15 millimeters, so it was probably 13 and 15. However, 13 felt a little bit loose on the nut where the 1/2 inch felt good, so I used a 1/2 inch, but 9/16 wouldn't fit on the backside, so I used 9/16, which is just a tiny bit bigger than the, I'm sorry, I used 15 millimeter, which was a tiny bit bigger than the 9/16. Put this back in its jug. All right, this morning we're going to take these snap rings out, pull these out, and try to get these seals out of here. So let's see what we can do. All right, so we've got the snap ring out. We've got the ball and the retainer. These are selective size snap rings, so they have to go back the same place that they came from. All right, so what we're going to do, and then that ball fits right in that snap. What we're going to do is take one side apart at a time, just to make sure that we don't mix them up. On my particular rear, I used a Spicer 40108 for the two sides, and I'm going to use a 41455 for the front pinion. This is a Dana 36 out of a 1984. I've got these seals from Denny's drive shaft. So, so I just thought I'd throw that in real quick. I tried to put the splines back in the exact same way I took them out. Another reason I take out one side at a time is these arms are lined up. If I pull one out and I put it back in and it lines back up, I know we're in the right spot. All right, so I used 1 1/8 inch to get that front nut off. Last time I was up at my father-in-law's house, he let me raid his garage, and I got some cool stuff out of that. An old intake system and a dual point distributor, in case I ever want to go back to fully mechanical on this thing. But he also had this piece of steel laying around, and I grabbed that so I could torque this back down when we're done. Sometimes that seal puller works really well, sometimes it doesn't. Chrysler ball joint tool. Seemed to work. You'll screw in ball joints. All right, so we got the seal in. The last thing we've got to do is put the bolt back on. So we're going to get that, fill this thing with red Loctite. So the last thing we'll do is torque this thing down. So 210 foot-pounds is what that's torqued to. So our rolling is good. We've got a lot of Loctite, red Loctite on there. And got our new seals in. Last thing we'll do is just peen it, repeen it. So it's Loctited, it's swaged, it's torqued. We should be good to go. All right, so this morning we're going to dump a little gear oil in here before I put this rear cover on. Just a little bit in here. I'm not going to fill it by any means, but really all I really wanted to do, Mobil 175 W90 synthetic. Now the only real reason I'm doing this is I want to get this whole bottle of limited slip lubricant in the rear, and that's kind of hard to do through that fill plug. So what I'll do is I'll just pour this bottle in and just let it sit there so we get the whole thing in. And then when not finished draining, then we'll go ahead and put the cover on. But it's hard when the thing's in there and you're trying to put that, suck it in through a straw. It's just a pain in the butt. So I figured we'll just put it in first. Put a little gear oil in, put that in, put the cover on, and then we'll finish filling it when we get it back in the car. All right, so we've got the limited slip additive in there. We've got a little bit of gear oil in there. Next thing we're going to use is I'm going to use the Permatex gear oil gasket maker. Honestly, I've actually had more success. I don't know about success because I've never really had a problem, but I really like the Mopar stuff, but I couldn't find it. So. Love these old keys they used to give away. I don't know, when I was first starting the business, you know, all these tubes were made out of metal, and they all came with these keys, and it's a lot easier to work with them. All right, so it said 20 to 25. I went to 21. So there we go. All right, so we'll let that set up, and we'll go ahead and install it. Thanks, YouTube.